What's going on, everybody out there? What's happening?
Oh man, it's chilling.
Hey,
It's
yes,
chilling, baby.
we're back
It's
for
chilling.
another episode of Right Now with No Feelings, Just Facts. I'm
Yeah.
your own Clevonne with Miss Tasha V
Hey.
and Mr. Ron in the
Thank you.
house.
Thank you, baby. Thank
All
you.
right, today we got an interesting subject. Today we're talking about when a man's fed up,
Mm.
and we really want to deal with that subject line because there's a lot of men who have these same issues when they're fed up of what they go through, which is men internally falling apart in front of your face,
Ooh.
and nobody seems to care about what he's going through. That's a real subject. That's
Boy,
a real
stop
subject
acting
line.
up.
They
Stop
don't.
acting
They
up.
don't care, or they don't notice.
A lot of them don't care. Let's
Okay.
be real. A lot of them don't care.
And or they say this statement, boy, stop acting up right now. You know you acting up right now.
Thank you. Oh,
But
you're
I'm
gonna be all
going
right.
through. Yeah,
You're gonna be all right.
You gonna be all right.
You
gonna be all right.
tripping. You tripping. You doing too much. You want attention. Or in the reality of it is the fact that so many of the men go through these issues, and then we got to also touch on another subject line in the middle of this is when most men step out too on the relationship. What causes that? We're gonna have to bring a lot of this stuff to the forefront
Might
because
as
this
well.
is something that's going on the regular. So I wanna bring our attention to, let's start with here with the fact of how do men fall apart in your face without you even knowing it.
Mm.
I think it's because of the brevity of a man. You know what I'm saying? They just trying to keep it on the down low. They going through
Okay.
some stressful stuff.
Yep.
Even with their partner.
Yep.
Their significant other. You know, in a relationship, you just can't go in there as yourself. There's several personalities that you deal with.
Mhm.
Me, I got about 2 or 3 of them. Okay.
I can understand that.
I got baby. Baby is the one that touches the ass when you're naked, touch your butt daily. Then you got Mr. Ron, the one that goes out, make a little change. And then you got the parental family one, Ronald. So, with that being said, with 3 personalities, and every man, I believe every man has personalities in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
When you doing one thing and then you change up on another, the woman I'm talking about, that messes up our whole persona.
So what you're trying to get to is because how the fact so many men are direct, straightforward. So the way we talk, a lot of our interactions like a shoebox,
What do you
like
mean?
a box. You open one, you pull it out, deal with that, put the other one back in.
But you got different type of shoes.
you got different type of shoes, but you just pull the drawer out. What I'm trying to say, you open
Right.
one drawer.
Yeah.
So we got different things in different drawers. And when we open up a drawer, we operate. For instance, we operate straightforward and direct. That's how we
in a way, it
compartmentalize.
depends on what personality is popping up.
Mm.
Okay. You okay, go for as far as the personality aspect of it. I'm talking about from the part of what causes so many men to break and fall apart, and nobody seems to notice it. That's the issue I have.
Misunderstanding.
There's a true misunderstanding, and I feel like when it comes to relational with women, a lot of times this is what women. Now you're gonna have to interject on this, Tasha, if I'm wrong. A lot of times a woman will say, I gave you everything. I gave you my heart. And a lot of men will say, you didn't give me no sex. A lot of men will say, you didn't hear what I had to say. You didn't care about my feelings. And I'm not talking about a woman who's been carrying a man. That's different. I'm talking about men who are productive and you know what he's bringing to the table and so on and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's always a separation. Remember this. The separation is the fact that you got the men who are productive, who's moving, and he probably took an impactful loss, took a huge loss. And when he took the loss, the woman was like, you're going to be okay. You're going to be all right. He needs something to uplift him.
Because he took that big loss.
He took that big loss. So he needs something to uplift him to get him back to the next level.
So what does that look like?
What it looks like is this. When a man is down, and back me up on this, Ron, if I'm wrong. When a man is down, I need to depend that you're going to help me get up
In what way?
in whatever way is needed.
Okay. The reason I'm asking that is because when you said if a man is down, he took a blow or whatever kind of blow, and you said a woman usually just responds, you'll be okay, right?
Okay.
Is there a communication where you're outlining what you need from her,
Yes.
or is it just something you expect her to know?
No, it's something that you're outlining.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of men are straightforward and direct, and then at the same time, I feel like a lot of women just overlook it. You just talking.
But can we agree that a lot of men don't verbalize what
You
they're
got
going
that
through?
damn right. I agree
But
with
I'm,
you.
I'm not verbalizing to you what I'm going through because
No.
I've been telling you for the last couple months and weeks what I'm going through.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying most.
No,
you
I'm
have
talking.
some men. You have some men who will shut down internally. They
Yeah.
won't be right. They're not vocal about this is what, because they feel like it's a weakness if they say, hey, I need help, or hey, I'm struggling, or hey, I'm stressed out. So you do have a lot of
And
men.
you do know that.
But you do have a situation. Okay, for instance, relational wise, right? We've been together. You know me well enough. You know him well enough. There are signs that are there in your face that you will totally overlook, totally ignore, and be like, oh, he just going through something. He all right.
Mm-hmm.
Totally ignore. Most people don't even look at the body shift, the body language, how the depression sinks in. A woman, you're looking for a man to actually come in and nurture me, be intimate with me, go here, go there, do this, fix that. So I'm like a fucking puppet down there, and I'm not even getting the same reciprocated experience.
It's hard for me to separate the two because some women experience the same thing. Like you hear women all the time say, why should I have to tell you? You should know. And men be like, I'm not a mind reader. You know what I mean? So it goes both ways. It's not just men.
That part right there with the mind reading stuff, I don't get it.
Well, now, as far as the
I
mind,
just don't get it.
Like when you say you should watch how a person shift, like the mood
Yeah.
changes or whatever. I'm just saying that you have some women who say the same thing. Like, why should it? Like,
but how intertwined are we is my question.
Mhm.
Are you intertwined enough with that person that you know what's going on? That's the issue. And I'm talking about, this is a mature conversation. This isn't somebody who, oh, he's cute, she's cute. No, I'm talking about a mature conversation when you're in a relationship with somebody. Most women have this question, why did my man, let's go here really quick. Why did my man step out? Why did he cheat? Why is he going over there? Because not only did the other woman listen, that's what happens in relationships. Another person comes in, they hear what the other person got to say, they are receptive to what they're going through, and there is no underlining. So even if it's a show, this is how most people get caught up in situations. Even if it's a show, I'd rather take that show than sit here and die in front of you. So the other person is going to fill the void. They're filling a void there that I need of understanding. And because you've been with the person for so long, you feel like they should know what to do. You should tell me. You should go do this. You should. See, we put this different type of stipulation on one another opposed to being receptive of what's going on. So when a woman is going through, once again, when a woman is going through, it's out there in the open.
but like, go back to the cheating part. Do
Go
you
ahead.
feel like in your marriage, either one of you, right, is usually the side piece was easier to deal with, correct?
Yes.
That happens. Yeah. And
Yes.
and what go what I said also, the void.
But okay,
She
There's always
completes
gonna
that
be-
void. She fills in that
She
void.
filled the void. And I'm talking about for a lot of men.
no, what I'm
Okay,
saying,
go
I'm
ahead.
trying to get to the bottom. So is that just a temporary fix? Because once you leave, you still have to go
It
home.
depends. It depends.
It really does.
Sometimes you can have a sidekick that's there for years and
Yeah.
nobody really know about her.
hmm
You know, as far as a man.
So
I mean,
why keep the main one at home then? If
no,
this-
wait a minute. You said why keep the main one?
why keep a wife?
Well, back up.
Uh-huh.
Don't fix it. You
Mhm.
said why keep the main one at home, right?
hmm
I'm not keeping nobody at home. They can do what they want to do.
That's a different direction. What I'm saying is, you said that usually the side piece is filling the void, right?
Got it.
So if she's providing what you need, why not leave your wife and go to where you're happy?
lot of
Oh
times-
no,
a lot
we
of
can't do
times-
all that. Can't do all that.
A lot of times, a lot of people have that longevity and that comfort there with that person.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
stay within that relationship. But the issue is when it comes to trying to fix a household, you have to be receptive. And I'm just speaking from a male perspective. You gotta be receptive to what the person is going through.
Yeah.
You cannot put all the onus on that person, because if I just did all of these things, remember, my natural actions are going to show you how much I care for you. I just scraped my knuckles putting that damn dishwasher in for you. I just went down there, broke my back for dropping that engine for you. I ain't been asleep to make sure that you're good and taken care of. So I did the lawn and garden because the guy didn't show up because you was complaining about it. I made sure that I helped you go get the kids squared away. I made sure I did that. Listen to what I'm saying, because most women don't get this. Most women say, so I was there, I cooked, I cleaned. I get that part. But it's overlooked when a man is internally falling apart and he wants you to come and save him the same way he saves you when you're having those emotional outcries, those emotional fall apart moments. If you don't want another woman in your space and you said me and my man are best friends, open up the door to understand your friend, because we are more receptive to people on the outside of our relationship than we are to the person on the inside.
Correct.
So the person on the inside, once again, is going through and you like, oh, well, that's just normal. He just sitting isolated. You ever go to a gathering and granddaddy's sitting over there by himself?
That's
the uncles.
To me.
The uncles are sitting in the corner by themselves, and the women.
I don't even like going to parties where it's men and women like this. Because to me, they.
But what are the men doing? The men are sitting isolated, right?
Yeah.
The men are isolated,
right?
And the women are talking.
Yes.
Girl, what's going on? What's going on? And most men, even when they come into a newness, most men can't even come straight forward. Like if you go meet a woman right now in the store, and you're searching, you're like, oh my God, I don't know which to get. I don't know if I should get this heavy tampon, if I should get this Kotex. I don't know which one I should get. And then another woman walks up behind you, say, child,
I had this last month and it worked so
exactly.
good for me.
This one gonna get stuck inside of you right here. So you got to get this hysterectomy too. She's gonna go in depth. You understand what I'm saying? He does not have that outlet. So if you're going to be that person in his life, you gotta give him that outlet to be able to release himself.
Okay, so what does that look like?
Yeah, what does it look like?
When you say give him an outlet, what does that look like?
Let's go through a scenario.
Don't cause me. Don't cause me. Here's one of my issues. No, I'm just going to use me as an example. I hate repeating myself. I hate repeating myself. The reason I say I hate repeating myself is because if I've already broken down to you the in-depth from top to bottom, and you come back and say, you ain't clear enough.
That aggravates the hell out of me.
Look, he got aggravated thinking about it.
Get out my face, yes. That pisses me off.
That's where the mental part comes in.
Exactly, because when you came, listen to what I'm saying, you got to catch the scenario. When you came to me as a woman, like I just said, the other scenario, you came and said, I need the lawn and garden done. I need to make sure this engine is dropped because my oil is leaking. I need to make sure this is done. And I heard you. You told me on Tuesday. On Thursday, I got up and I went and did it. You came and told me about your irritation, all your problems. And then when I came and told you, you like, oh.
Give me an example of what you're telling her. Because you just went down a list of chores that she gave you, and you handled the chores.
You called it a chore.
I'm saying the lawn, those are chores. Those are honey to-do lists.
Right.
So what I'm saying, you're comparing the physical to the emotion. So I'm just trying to the correlation. I'm trying to get to the correlation. So give me an example of how you would go to your woman and say, I need this ABC.
Right.
Because
the other half, the other part.
This is just for the audience so we can compare the physical to the emotional. You
Baby,
get what I'm saying?
I need some gas put in the car. Can you hook me up? Can you put gas in the car while I'm out?
Because you're saying that you're supporting all the physical.
And
what
if she
she's saying,
says no.
She's lacking in the area of supporting you emotionally.
But no, I didn't just say all physical. I said the emotional aspect as well.
No. I'm talking about the list you gave, the lawn or whatever.
No. I gave the list of the lawn and garden, and then I told you I heard you when you were spilling out your guts about how you felt and what you were going through, and I was feeling those voids. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, so when you go to your woman, how are you saying ABC for what you need?
How do you say it?
How do I say it? Hey, babe, this is what's going on right now. I got
too long.
No, seriously.
Just get to the point.
No. Straightforward.
I need you to rub my back because my back hurt because I did the lawn.
Yeah, no. It's I'm coming to her straightforward.
Let her ass say, I don't have time to do that.
Yeah, game over with that.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Get back to how you would go to it, Clevonne.
He just gave you one example. My back hurt. Can you rub my back? That's one example. She gonna say that's a chore. I'm being sarcastic. I'm messing with you. One of the ways I would actually approach is say, hey, babe, this is what's happening right here. I'm in a financial crunch. This is what's hurting me, blah, blah, blah. And a woman would be like, well, we ain't got nothing, so, it's going to be all right. Yeah, we ain't got nothing.
Meanwhile, we're saying as men,
let's be realistic. Let's be realistic, okay? Because you have to look at what kind of caliber woman you're dealing with first off. If you're dealing with a woman that never been on her own, you're taking care of her, she never worked, you got her straight from her parents' house, you built her up, she don't know anything but what you provide. Come on now, you have to have a realistic expectation of what this woman can do for you.
Now, if she was hoodie, ooh.
Now, if it's a woman that has her own thing going,
self-dependent,
has her own thing going, of course she will bring something that woman couldn't. Every woman is different.
Yeah.
So we can't just put it under an umbrella of women. You get what I mean? Because
I think what gets me the most is because men are expected to do so much. You call it chores. And there's so much that a man is expected to do, unconsciously, expected to do, to provide. We go out and eat, I do that. Your family come over, I make sure I do this and set all this up or whatever. But like I always say, if you don't mentally got me on support, you lost me.
Right.
That's why we end up with another woman, because she mentally supported me where you didn't care about that.
Yeah.
So it becomes a frustration.
I agree on that point.
So now the man, listen to me, the man is falling apart internally. He's internally falling apart. When a man's health is bad, he ain't gonna come say nothing to you. You know why? Because why he ain't gonna say nothing?
Because he got the strength to say, first of all, she didn't try and help me the first time, so why I need to tell her about this real time shit? If I tell her the real time, she may say, oh, baby, you'll work it out.
Yep.
Because I've always worked out stuff for her.
Yep.
So now it becomes a twofold. I have to work it out myself.
Yep.
And I needed her to help me work it out, but she says, no, you can work it out. So now it's a two thing.
Exactly.
That's when the problem begins.
Thank you.
Because if, say, for instance, I got a situation here now. I got a situation that I've always took care of, like the cars with insurance registration and stuff like that. And then I'm saying to myself, okay, since this is your property, I set the steps out first. Follow those steps and get your own car insured. Oh, you can't help me? What gives you the audacity to come to me? Now I'm having a mental breakdown. I'm having one.
Because you already on edge. That's what he's trying to say.
I've already done the steps several times.
So what he's trying to say is he's already on edge.
Hold on. And as a partner, a friend should be like this. You know how you in the workspace, you got journeyman, you got laborer.
Everybody have that part, yeah.
And everybody watching the journeyman. If you are a journeyman, a husband to take care of your house, the partner should be watching your actions on how you do things.
To learn how to do it.
How to do it. So because I always say this, what happens if I die tomorrow? How are you going to do what I do?
But no, that's one component. That's one component.
That's a mental. It becomes a mental thing because you sitting on somebody that's just.
There you go. Key word. Or is a person just sitting on you? Is a person sitting on you?
And you up here doing all this?
Yes.
They just sitting on you.
Yes.
But when the time comes, you say, "Okay, baby, help me do this."
Yes.
I've done it once or twice. Would it be possible? Here's the paperwork. All you need to do is this, blase, blase. You can even say my name.
Yes.
Then you may get in the head of the line. But when you hear this as a man, why can't you help me more? I can't do that. Hold on.
So
I'm glad I got a chuckle. I'm glad I got a chuckle. Because that's where it becomes like, this is not right. And it is not fair.
Yeah. That's
where the breakdown becomes at, because now as a man that has done that, and you got other elements around, oh, he's a failure. He's just now he's just doing this. But then when you say, can you do this? And then they come back and say, no, I can't do it because you have to be there. What the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I
So
get it.
so what,
You
what,
get it.
what,
You
what-
get that part. That part.
I get
Yeah.
it.
so
Yeah,
the
because-
part he's saying is I needed you to fill this gap, and you told me no. That's
Correct.
really straight to the
Right.
point.
Right.
I need you to fill this gap, and you told me no.
No.
And so many men hear the word no that you'll never know when he's falling apart.
Right.
So which no are you trying to deal with? Are you trying to know your partner? Are you trying to, because I say all of this.
Not
it's-
KNOW.
Yes.
You're talking about NO.
N-O. Are you understanding where this person is falling apart? I, as a man, have had so many moments where I just wanted to damn near blow my damn head off. And I'm sitting there in front of all the damn people I'm helping. So me coming from being a pastor of a church, coming from being a leader in the community, coming from being all of this stuff, I'm falling apart because I love encouraging people. But at the same time, I go home,
Ain't nobody encouraging
ain't nobody
you.
encouraging me. I go to my business.
Right.
Nobody's encouraging me. I go in the community. Everybody's praising what they're getting from me. And
Right.
that's the issue, what I'm saying. What you define as a chore is what I define as my normal obligation to life. I provide, I protect, I make sure you're good. But when things fall apart with me, the woman always says, you'll get back, you'll be okay.
That's not
I
true.
am fucking falling apart.
Yeah.
And a woman, and my frustration is the fact that so many women keep saying, tell me what's wrong. I don't want to say shit else. Pay attention. Pay attention to what the hell is going on with
Because
me.
you've already said it.
And I've said it so many times, and this is where so many men do. Listen to this. So many men, I'm not talking about men who leech off women. Listen to this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking
They got
about
it made.
men who take care of home. And when he has a moment of falling apart, then she throws it in his face. I had a guy inbox me recently, right? A guy inboxed me on TikTok. He said, my wife wants to divorce me for watching porn.
Oh,
Can we bring that up? Check this out. Check this out. This is one of those control aspects that women put on so many men.
Yeah.
You're trying to box me in from my norm. Now, this guy, he says he's in the military. He's in the military. He's traveling, right?
Right.
I'm traveling.
Yeah.
He didn't say he was cheating on her. He's watching porn. But when the woman finds out, because a lot of women do this, when they find out, they throw it in the man's face real
They do.
quick and make him feel like a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather...
So he hasn't cheated. He just watched
He
porn.
ain't cheating. He
What's
just
wrong-
watching
what's wrong
porn.
with that?
But what she's doing, it diminishes him. It diminishes him. So if he's going to masturbate himself and take care of himself, I don't have you. I don't have you. And that's where a lot of issues come in when it come down to cheating as well. Is that you are pushing me to go into this porn life now. Now I got to go live this imaginary with a female. Listen, that I
Green door.
know that
Just
I
go to the green door.
a woman that I know don't really have my best interest except for that moment. That's it. And that's why I said earlier, a lot of women will use sex to hold it against a man.
But here's the mental part of it too, though. On that, because you can get used to those other women
Yep.
taking care of you
Yep.
in that aspect, in that arena, so much that you'll end up treating your wife like a princess, like
So
a
you're
queen.
saying the side chicks help the home life?
You got that freaking right. I'm not gonna sit here and not say no. It doesn't. It does most of the time. Usually of the time, because early on we said void. That woman who does not maybe know my wife or know my girlfriend or whatever, is something about her that she felt. So when I go home, it's all hokadory.
So
It's
it
all
helps
really
you
good.
mentally.
Hell to the yeah.
You agree?
Hell yeah.
If you're in that space.
If you're in that space.
I'm gonna be honest. If you're in that space, I'm more of the actionary aspect of if you wasn't holding me down from the beginning, then you've already faded our end.
You already faded.
We
you're going to
already-
do what
already
you
have-
do.
We already have a fate.
And you're going to do what you do. If
It's
it
time to go.
has faded, the relationship has faded. Because this is one thing I do know about men, because I'm a man, is that if you betray me in a certain mental aspect, so just as little as I said, I've did this so long. I would like for you to try and do it now. But if you say that you can't get it,
just back me up. Is what
it just irks me. And don't act like you forgot stuff. after somebody.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
the women that play dumb like they don't
my
even.
God.
Oh my God,
I
that's even
told
worse.
you to have your stuff ready at 7:30 because I have a business meeting and I would love for you to go. But you didn't tell me. I told you last month and I wrote it down. See, because I got this new phone. My phone better than y'all. It's called an iPhone. And now I put it in reminders. It goes in the reminders.
So let me ask you this. Okay. So how do you, if you are dealing with someone who you feel is not supporting you, right?
Yeah.
It's not there when you come with your problems. How do you get past that? Do you move on? Do you go to counseling? Like, how did you work through your issue?
You talking about me myself?
Yeah.
A lot of I've been through counseling myself, and let me because counseling has its place with some people. Counseling has its place to help a person dig deep and search what's going on with them. If you're a person that's already started dealing with those issues and admitting to yourself where you fell short at and so on, it makes a huge difference. It makes a world of a difference. And because now once you go to counseling, it's like, okay, we're kind of just addressing the stuff to prove that, okay, you're making the moves.
The reason I asked, because you said there's so many men who have no outlet, have no one to talk to, right?
That is right.
So what steps would they take, would you suggest they take to get the support they need?
It becomes challenging. It becomes challenging with some men going to counseling. It becomes challenging.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that it's damn near like talking to the female who ain't listening to you. I'm repeating myself. A lot of men run into that. That's what pisses me off. Is I'm repeating myself. I was in a relationship with somebody, and all I kept saying, I need help. And when I say I need help, I'm spelling it out. I need this.
But
And
baby,
person,
I don't understand why you need help. What's going on?
yeah, exactly. You don't need all that damn help.
You need all that
No,
help.
I swear to God. And what happened was when I started drowning, I got another woman. And another woman came in and filled the void that the woman didn't even care about.
But it helped out.
It helped. Listen to me. It helped out, but she didn't even care about it. So she was receptive when another woman came in. Then when the next woman left out, then she wants to leave out again. So she's putting press on me for me to drown damn near. So it opened up the door for me to even go have a relationship with another woman over something so minute to say, hey, I need help to build myself. I need the help to get here. I'm telling you
So
this.
is that help always the form of another woman?
No, it ain't the form of
sometimes it's a form of beating that woman's ass.
No.
That's where domestic violence come in at.
No, I'm not saying that. No,
The
I'm
reason-
not promoting that, bro.
The
I'm not-
reason
real
I'm
talk.
asking because
That's real talk.
you have some people out there that's really looking for answers. So with everything you said, both of you, is I went somewhere else because she didn't want to do it. I went somewhere else. So is that the answer? Finding someone else?
It's
or?
not the answer. This is the point I'm making. It's not the answer to go with somebody else. I don't want to be with nobody else. For me personally, Clevonne Funches, I don't want to be with nobody else. I want to be with that person, but I want that person to understand what I'm going through.
Okay.
And what happens so much, I have so much to bring to the table. And I run into so many women that will come and just sit there and I'm with him and not do shit. Understand my life is moving. I'm going. I got business moves to make. I got stuff to do. If you cannot get up in here and move with me, get the fuck out the way.
Gotcha.
That's how I personally feel.
You agree, Ron? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying it's so many women that come in, and this is where a lot of women become detached at, is they don't understand that. When you're dealing with a man that he goes to work, and I'm as a businessman, right? As a businessman, my life is fast. Everything I'm doing, the woman got to jump in there and fill that gap. If she don't understand it, this ain't for her. But a lot of women will come in and play that role. Your sex is not what I need. That's the issue with so many women. And that's why I was saying earlier, when a lot of women try to withhold sex, that's the only card that a lot of them have to play. After you played your card in sex, what the hell else do you have? And that's why I say in the beginning, it will fake the relationship if you're not ready to fill that gap. That's what I'm saying. A lot of women are not ready to fill that gap. I'm not talking about somebody who's a dreamer, who's just dreaming. When I say dreaming, just talk all day.
Mm-hmm.
They just talk. Oh, I wanna be a mechanic. I want to do this. I should have did that. You know, when I was in high school, I could have went to Iowa State. You know what I'm saying? Dude, you 48. Sit your ass down.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We're not talking about that type of person. We're talking about a person that you see being active, working, moving. Are you ready to jump in there and fill that gap?
Okay.
Because we're coming of age where it's beyond sex now. For me, I love traveling. I love getting up and leaving. I don't want to stay in the same damn neighborhood. I want to go. Do I have a woman who's ready to do that with me?
Right.
Okay, so I was under. I thought we were gonna cover like the mental.
No, we are.
aspect of-
No. You're
because-
making a sarcastic comment, but I'm telling you.
I'm not. I'm trying to get to
Yeah, she
because
just-
a lot of men. The reason I'm saying is because if you look at statistics, right,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of men battle depression and they don't
Yes.
even know how to label it as such because they've
Yes.
never been informed. So I'm
Because
coming
nobody
from.
ever cared, though. That's what I'm trying to say. Listen to the analogy I just gave you of my life being fast-paced. If the woman can't fill that gap, it's going to put me in more of a depression because she's just sitting there. That's what I'm saying. I don't need nobody just sitting in my fucking face. I need somebody moving with me. Understand that train of thought. So there's a lot of men trying to reach that next plateau of life, but he don't have nobody who's helping him. Not men who are leeching off women. A man who's trying to get there. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to break a cycle. Because one of the things we suffer with as well is generational curses.
Yeah.
Cycles that have broken us way beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're looking at this, for a lot of women listening to this, when you're looking at the cycle and the background of your man, where he's come from, if he's broken down to say, you know what, I got an issue with my mama. I don't deal with my mom because of blah, blah, blah. You know, I have to detach myself. And most women will pull this bullshit. You need to go talk to your mama.
And he already told you he don't talk
I
to his
just
mother.
told you that every time I deal with my mom is going to put me into depression.
So that's
my
stage
mom is
one
going
of
to
mental ailment.
My mom is breaking me as well. So he's trying to get out of the cycle. Follow the pattern of what I'm saying. He's telling you he's trying to get out of the cycle because I know the elements that are breaking me down as well. That's what I'm trying to say. Not a man who hates his mama and he call her, you know, a B and start a fight. I'm not talking about that type of man. I'm talking about one that can identify the issues. The depression comes from the unspoken because like Ron said earlier, I got to bottle all this up that I'm dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
So how do...
While dealing with your significant other.
It's hard to put it all crammed in this one little session right here. It's so many, I'm giving you so many layers, and I just need you to go over there and start picking them up really quick and just piecing them together. Because it's not, there's men that understand where I'm coming from.
But you gotta understand that some people, women, not you per se, is not going to pick that up. You got some women that just egg you on.
Oh my God! Thank you.
That would aggravate you because they know you're short-sighted.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And then you got some women that'll hang you out on the limb.
Oh my God! Yes.
Let's see what he's going to do next. They may have the resources. You have some women that may be just there, but they're not actively involved in your shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They just there, a body, I call them. They just a body. There's no emotions. There's no excitement, you know. But on the other hand, because I'm learning this thing called empathy now.
Okay.
I try and put myself in a woman's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, why is this woman acting like this? And I know I want to beat her ass, but I don't do domestic violence. I never hit a woman before, but I think so. That's part of the whole mental thing.
So let me ask you guys this. Not to cut you off, I'm sorry.
No.
But in most of your relationships, do you both feel like you didn't have the support that you were giving out?
Oh, most definitely.
Nah,
I would
I
shout it out and
not
say
even close.
hallelujah.
Not even
because I think as a man, you want more, but it's not going to happen because that's the person you love. That's the person, like a dog. I'm not saying I'm a dog, but we got the loyalty as a dog, real men, towards their women.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? She may have some shortfallings for me, But I don't want nobody. I don't want no Clevonne coming there, man. Why she don't take out the trash? Man, go fuck yourself.
Right.
I got that. Don't worry. Don't talk shit about her.
Let me bring this one up too. A point that he just made when he said a lot of women will egg you on. That's something that I have attached myself to. I don't care what race it is. Man, I've seen Asian women do it. I've seen Caucasian women do it. I've seen Hispanic women do it. It's not just one race. Yeah. I've seen women do this to so many men. And they will sit there and do whatever they can to get a reaction. There's women that will go out there and screw that dude's best friend just to get a reaction. There's women out there. I was in a relationship with a woman who loved to fight. I don't fight women and children, but I will fight a man in a hot second. That ain't even for me.
Right.
But me and a dude, we can get down. The biggest issue with dealing with a lot of women is they will do that manipulative bull crap to get the reaction and then come back and play victim.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I was giving you what you call the chore list, and I'm just saying it like that, when I've gotten up in a relationship and my significant other said, we're gonna have a gathering at the house. We're gonna have people come over, all her friends, all her family, right? So what did I do as a man? I got up, I cooked the food, I went to the store and bought the stuff that was needed. I set the stuff up, not including that I hadn't slept for the last couple of days, not including all the other stuff I had to do.
And the woman knows all
so
this.
she knows this. So here's the issue. Yeah, I just want to add this point. Don't lose that really quick, Tosh. She knows this. She knows I'm exhausted, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm making sure your people is good. And so by a certain time in the evening, I'm so exhausted. It's like, hey, it's time for everybody to go. So she wants to keep it going. I'm like, hey, y'all gotta get the fuck out of my house. Now I'm irritated.
And now you're the bad guy.
And I'm the bad guy. So what did she say? Hey, y'all, he got an attitude problem. She planned it. And
but
what did I do?
How you gonna shut it down?
So listen, it's at my damn house.
Oh,
listen
you
to what I'm
them.
saying. No, you didn't hear. You didn't see. You got this, just like you said earlier. You put yourself in a woman's shoes. You egging this shit on.
Yeah.
What I just said. Cut the bullshit. What I just motherfucker.
I'm showing empathy,
right
baby.
now.
I'm showing empathy.
Get your ass out of here with that. What I just said is this woman comes to everybody and say, oh, he got an attitude problem. He's angry. He don't want us in his house. Opposed to her backing me up and saying, y'all, my man tired. We're going to go ahead and shut it down. There was no type of support. So it's the thing to get all of these people on her side to go against me. And what happens is, this is why I blame a lot of people who's attached to the person you dealing with, because they don't have accountability people in their life, in their circle. There's a lot of women that have women and family and people around them that do not hold them accountable. They don't come out and tell them the truth because what? They benefit off this man. They benefit off this man. What does Ron do? He did an oil change. Oh, girl, Ron will do an oil change for you. So Ron just did her oil change, the mama oil change. He just changed everybody's tires. And what everybody sat around and benefited off of what Ron brought to the table.
Sat around.
And then they sat around, they sat on you. And then when it was time for him to do something else, now he's the bad guy? None of them ever said, girl, your man need rest. You need to back him up.
So do you find that once you start being vocal about your needs, you were treated as if you was less than or weak?
I was a straight enemy, dude. I was a straight enemy. And go back to what I said about being a leader of the church, being a leader of the community, being a business owner, being a father, and I can keep going down the list. I'm being everything for everyone. And the support I need mentally is not there. So when I go and get into these relationships with women, like I'm saying, it pisses a lot of men off where you ask him, what's the issue? If you have a bad memory, write that shit down.
Okay.
Don't ask him to keep repeating himself to say, oh, what's going on? Write that shit down. Don't bring it back up.
Right.
That's one of the biggest shit he told
you. You're upset today.
I'm mad as a horse with no nuts.
Now, do you think you got a mental problem with this?
I'm going to take it as you empathize with what women do at this point.
I just said, because dang, I got over mine.
He's just trying to lighten the mood.
Yeah, I got over mine.
It's all good. It's all good.
I used to go to bed crying because it was like, I can't believe I put myself in this situation.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
And it seems like I did it again.
Mm.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Why
I'm saying.
is it? But then you can go, say you go to work or you go to a friend house. Ron, let me tell you, you did this again. I sure did. But I'm here for you. I've always been there for you.
That was your
And
friend?
I will always continue to be there for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you may say, so what about you? Nope, I'm just that wah-wah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah, because I think a man needs, I mean, it may sound like
Just be
weird
real.
in this day and age. I think a man that does what you do, and another man for you, and we need that other person, and it doesn't have to be sex. It doesn't have to be sex. It can just be a good friend that knows what the hell is going on in your head.
That's the issue that I'm saying. And the reason why it's a touchy subject for me is because I've spent years in the same shoes as so many of these men.
By yourself.
By myself. And I've never
And you
really
don't deserve to be by yourself.
and I've never really been able to touch on these issues or even vent
Mm-hmm.
what's going on in this. We talking about a pandemic that happened in 2020. I'm talking about a pandemic that's been going on for centuries now when it comes to men dealing with issues.
Mm-hmm.
And the men don't say nothing because he don't have a voice. That bothers the hell out of me.
Right.
There are so many services set up for women and children. No diss to that. The reason the services are set up for the women and children because the men feel like they just want to use me. They want to get what they can out of me.
What about equal rights for men off of Mojave?
That's some bullshit over there. I'm not even going to touch on that. Having been a man that has gone through the system and fought a lot of these fights by myself,
Mm-hmm.
and to deal with people who come to me and tell me I'm stupid or whatever else, that junk is hard.
Yeah.
That junk is very hard to go through this fight by yourself. And a lot of the times people, because I've heard this, I've heard you're dumb, you're stupid. In my family, there's a lot of men like this. In my family, on my mother's side,
Mm-hmm.
the men that own property is me.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Me. My cousin, he just bought a property.
Mm.
So that gives you two.
But he a cousin.
My cousin, right? On my father's side, the men that own properties is me and my uncle.
Mm.
So that's three men on both sides. When it comes to men, I was raised with women who antagonize the men.
Mm.
Call the man a bitch to his face. Call him weak as hell. I was raised with women who didn't respect men.
So how much of that plays a part in the women you were choosing?
They emulated what I was used to, and that's what I'm bringing to the table.
Okay.
That's why I say a lot of our insecurities make long-time decisions for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the insecurity that you're dealing with trying to figure this out is making longevity decisions. So yes, I've had children with women that I would never be with. There's only one I can say out of that I'm cool with, that I love or whatever else. But the issue is, it's a big issue. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ron. It's a touchy subject. All right. So I'm just saying, for me personally, it's a real issue that so many others have dealt with. That's what I'm saying. So
do you think? And I didn't mean to cut you off. I just have
that's
a question.
okay. My bad. I'm sorry if I offended you as well.
No, I was just letting you get it out because you never have a chance to. So the question is, that I have. When a woman is dealing with a man and she sees a change in his mood or maybe his appearance or just how he's moving, that's a red flag that something's going on mentally, even if he's not verbalizing it. Or how would a woman who really cares know if he's not verbal? Because from my experience, a lot of men aren't verbal. You have to notice that, he's not moving how he doesn't find enjoyment in the things he used to. And you know what I mean? It'd be things like that. So what are some red flags that a woman can identify?
That's a red flag right there, though.
Mm-hmm.
You just seen, like you just said, he's not enjoying what he used to enjoy. He's not doing the things. So there was a break or detachment there that it was ignored.
Mm-hmm.
It was ignored, and it probably was brought up because a lot of men are like walking time bombs a lot of times.
Mm.
And there's so much pent up frustration and anger. Have you ever seen people who deal with aggressive animals?
Mm-hmm.
When they deal with them, they approach them a certain way. and then once they rub them, they stop growling because the animal now builds a level of trust with that person. The animal can trust that person, and it becomes attached to them.
Okay.
But a lot of women don't do that. A lot of women, like Ron said earlier, a lot of women will antagonize the man in his shortcomings or his weakness or his weak moments. The women that I have seen with longevity relationships they understand that man, they're receptive, and they're not being manipulative.
Right.
They're not playing those little games, those childish ass games. There are more childish ass women out there than there are real women that Clevonne, have seen. I haven't seen a lot of them where they get it across the board. I've seen more women, and the men that stayed in those relationships, the woman understood him.
Right.
The woman understood
She
him.
knows
That's what
him.
I'm trying to say. A lot of women don't understand because it's like they don't care. They don't care. Do you really care about what I'm going through, where I'm falling apart at? Are you just sitting there, like Ron said earlier? Are you just sitting there in my face?
Right.
Because I've seen women that came and said, you know, everybody calls me Funches. They don't just call me Cleve. So they say, hey, Funches, hey, I'm going to have to get with you later. I got to help my man do something real quick. This is a business deal. Hey, I got to get with you. I got to help my man. And then we talk later. It's like, hey, my dude was struggling, and I had to get up in there and get in the grind with him.
Well, that's a strong one there. I like that.
That's what you were saying earlier
Right.
when he said she watched him. You see me where I'm falling out.
Right.
So I'm telling you, I know that there are women out there. You watching me struggle, and I don't want to hear, oh, not right now. If it's not right now, get the fuck out of my face.
Got you.
That's
Right.
harsh as I can ever be, but there's a lot of pent-up frustration where a lot of men will say the same exact
Well,
thing.
it should be pent up, especially when you went down the line. You gave them the grocery list, and then they're still not
There
fulfilling
you go right there. Thank you.
that grocery list.
Thank you.
It just bothers. It just bothers that person. You know, is it something that I said? Is it something that I did that you just can't help me
Yes.
in this scenario? And you know, I'm a little kid. I am a little kid. I'm a big ass boy. So if you cannot help me go get my drone that I want to have, but you want me to put this oil in your car, and you know how to do this yourself, that becomes a problem with me. Because I've never had a drone before. I've never had a, but you've
We
seen
on
me.
two different levels.
No, but that's a mental thing to me. That throws me off too. If I want to get this toy,
I give
and
it.
I'm doing the regular thing in life.
Wait,
in
is
life,
she buying it or is she helping you get it? That's a different story.
I may just want her to go pick it up from the store.
Okay.
But
I
no,
know.
I can't.
He's saying put in the same energy.
Put in
Same
the
energy.
same,
Put in the
and
same
here's one.
energy.
I had a woman that did that. I didn't bought her this Chanel bag. I'm giving an example. She got this expensive bag, and then she come to me with some $5 cufflinks for my birthday. Get your ass on my face. There's a lot of, don't make it like you say, make it equal across the board.
Right.
If I got you when you at your lowest, do the same damn thing.
Right, but the cufflinks probably would have matched the shirt or something. So I probably,
I don't want that bullshit, man.
I would have used it.
It goes back to not settling.
Not
Because
settling.
at some point you, in men or women, know that this person isn't equally yoked.
And then we did
Well,
have a
show
topic
yourself
about
approved.
this.
Well,
We
yeah.
had a topic about about 2 or 3 weeks ago, of not letting go
Yeah.
of that situation. And this is one of the ingredients of not letting go, because maybe that person does know you and you know them. You know she's gonna egg you on. You know she's gonna aggravate you. But why do I need to go to another person that may give me the same scenario? I don't want to go through that again. So I'd rather settle.
Okay.
Settle
Yeah.
that way, because I know the reaction is gonna come. I know what's gonna happen at the end result. Oh, you did it? Yeah, I did it. See, you didn't need my help, and then this is when I start calling people bitches, because listen,
This
bitch.
dude,
Listen. I asked you to help me, and you didn't.
I believe show yourself approved, and this is where us maturing.
Okay.
You want a person that's going to show themselves approved for being at the capacity of life where you are.
How would you suggest men if they don't have a spouse that's supportive? What would you say they
You know,
should do?
I
you
think
know
you
what?
should get around a group of men
What they
and
do.
or women
Good point.
that is of like-mindedness
I
of
agree.
him, and
I agree.
that fully understand the words
True.
that are coming out his or my mouth.
He got
yeah.
he got to build some type
network.
of he got to
A
build some
network,
type of
a
support
network.
system seriously
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact you die alone. You die
Mhm.
alone. And what does it say? Biblically, it's not good for man to be alone. That's a true statement.
Mm-hmm.
Man being alone is tough. He needs somebody to talk to and to trust. And most of the dudes, where they have a struggle at is sometimes they run into other dudes that trying to screw on a lady or trying to be manipulative, vindictive.
Right,
So he got to
right.
really kind of sift through a lot more. Remember, I gave you the analogy in the store. You can go meet a woman in the store and she will become your friend because y'all got the same issue. Y'all can vent it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But a man going to tell another man what he's going through, I got to build up to that point.
Right.
So it has to be a trust factor.
It
Trust
has to be a
factor.
trust factor because if I'm in the store, if you're in the store as a woman and you like I said before, I don't know what shirt to get. I don't know what bra to get. So and so. Another woman say, child, don't get the one with the straps because that one's going to tear your shoulders up.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm in the store, I can't openly say that. I got to be speaking some type of facts. And then a dude will turn around and nod his head, be like, yep, that's what's
Yeah.
up, dog. That's what's up. That's so true. That's so
Yeah,
true.
She gonna have the
But-
impressions.
But
of
he
him.
not gonna. I gotta be saying something very in depth as far as where a man is falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
And my biggest frustration is because I am one of those men.
Mm-hmm.
Being one of those men and understanding what these men are going through is the issue that I have. Is the fact that we have attached ourselves to women who don't get it or don't give a shit. And there's some point you only got one life to live, so you got to shift up out of that.
Gotcha.
It's got to be some type of shift, and I unfortunately didn't make a lot of shifts in time. That's why when I say I had children with women that were unfit,
Mm-hmm.
that I'll never be with, and that love drama.
Mm-hmm.
That was love drama, and I would say out of all, that's a choice I made. I got to live with that, but I need some type of support or understanding. I'm not putting it off for somebody to take the load. I'm asking somebody to help me lift it.
Gotcha.
We both can lift a boulder together, but if I do it by myself, I'm going to push it. And me pushing the boulder, I'm going to be tired and I may inch it. But if you help me lift it, I swear to God, we will get so much further.
Gotcha.
And we will get to the goal. You got to be with somebody, women, be attached to a man who has goals, who has aspirations, and you pushing them, say, babe, what's going on? Don't come at him aggressive either.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you being a bitch today, don't do that to him.
Right.
Don't do that to him. You approach it in such a way to say, babe, how you feeling today? You want to give it a shot?
What about those favorite family members that come in?
Oh my
and-
God. Oh my God. We
Like
we
the-
definitely got to
like the
talk about
truck-
them.
Like the truck
We-
driver.
we are really short on time. So,
Yeah.
Clevonne,
Good,
since
good.
this is something you're so passionate about, what would
Yeah.
your closing statement be?
For me, my closing would actually be for the men out there that are at a breaking point. I would definitely encourage the men to start analyzing everything surrounding him. Step one.
Mm-hmm.
Everything and everyone surrounding him. Are they healthy or not? Because that's where a lot of men kill themselves internally. And when I say kill themselves, why a lot of them stick to their addiction and put more emphasis on addiction, because he's trying to induce it because he's like, I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
So analyze what's around you so that you can start dealing with the issues. If they're unhealthy, let them go. Start letting go. If the person that you're attached to, stop complaining to somebody else about that person. Be honest with yourself. Am I going somewhere with this or am I to die with this? And you let that go or you keep it.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the struggles, if it's a man going through the court system, I encourage men who are fighting these women, stop fighting these damn women.
Mhm.
Stop letting these women play games with you. That
Yeah.
goes back to what you said earlier, Ron. If a woman is playing a game, she don't want you to see the kids, guess what? I learned this late.
Mm-hmm.
Go take trips. Go get you together. Go stack your money. Go
Right.
work. Go get you in order, because you lose money when you go back and forth to court. You lose money when you keep getting attorneys. You lose time when you don't have that energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm telling you. There's so many layers to this.
Well, we can continue.
There's so many layers. I take this personal.
As I can see, you can go and go on.
No,
it.
I take
But
this
no,
personal. This is
it's real.
years.
It's
no,
real.
This is years.
I thank both of you gentlemen for the insight. And this has been another episode of No Feelings, Just Facts.
No feelings,
Thank
just
you.
facts. Hey, once again, we thank you all for tuning in. We love you. We appreciate you. And we definitely got to come back with a part 2.
Come back.
I'm sorry, man. This is
a part 3.
I'm a man. What you expect.
I appreciate it.
Till we meet again. Love y'all.
Peace, y'all. Peace.